Vintage Pug Press, LLC presents James Lake, The Bigfoot File. Written by Neil F. Wilson. Read by, and with original music by, Greg Patmore. James had only lived in one place, all 12 years of his life in the same state, in the same city, on the same street, in the same house. He'd been happy about that. But today, the 4th of September, was his last day at number 12 Sycamore Drive. The next time he would wake up in a house his parents owned, he would do it in a new state, a new city, on a new street. James was not happy about this. Most of his family's belongings had been loaded into a truck and driven away a few hours earlier by 4 men dressed in blue coveralls. As the men from A-plus Movers packed and loaded boxes, James watched and felt like he was being robbed, not of his belongings, but rather of his home and his life and his friends. James had never been one to cry, but as he sat on the floor where his bed had once been, he could barely fight back the tears. It would be the last time he looked at these walls, the last time he sat in this room. There were too many last times, and he could feel a burning in his chest that would surely bring tears if he stayed in the room much longer. "James? James!" A voice called up from the bottom of the stairs. James heard footsteps on the stairwell. He quickly cleared his throat and wiped his eyes. "Yes, Mom?" The footsteps stopped, and the voice, much closer now, replied, "Your friends are here. Come down, say goodbye." James stood and wiped his eyes again. He couldn't let his friends see him this way on his last day. He couldn't let this be their last image of him. He sighed and left his room. From the bottom of the stairs, James could hear voices in the kitchen. The unmistakable British accent could only be Fiona, and the excited, fast-paced voice had to be Geordie. In actuality, the voices couldn't belong to anyone else. James only had 2 real friends, and they were the only ones he'd ever invited.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?